Alright, so I pulled it out. We hooked it on already, but the lights did not like to work, so it was pretty corroded. I mean, you got the connector, the middle one is broke off already, half of it. And when I tried to separate it, the whole goddamn thing fell in half. So we're gonna put one new one of these on. We got it right here. And then we're gonna change the holder bracket. The spring must be shitty. We'll put a new one on, and that way the hoses, it doesn't, there's nothing. It just ain't holding it. So I cut it back. Cut off about 2 inches. The middle one. And right there you can see it's missing the other half of it. This wire looks corroded or cut. The red one is cut. So we're gonna cut it back right here. And that way it'll be good clean wire. Where the butcher. Oh, I forgot to mention, I guess Alex showed up and I put this green strap on it right now and she was some pissed. That will not work. So I guess we gotta, I was gonna anyway because it's not strong enough, but I thought for right now around the yard it was gonna be good enough, but hell no. She was bitching to Andreas.
That was like, we rolled into the yard and you think Christoph curses. She was dropping some letter or some words. That's getting changed if he knew it or not.
So, yes. We're gonna fix that anyway. We cut all this off, cut it back. Oh, now I'm gonna strip them and put it back together and she'll be good.
I got done all the LEDs, all 8. Philip, you're gonna turn the lights off. So these are, that's with all the shop lights off. It's actually almost brighter in here than when the shop lights are on.
Not bad.
All right, you're good, Philip.
Yeah. They're definitely brighter than the front ones.
The front's a little dim.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with this and see how it goes. So, I showed you how I did these in the last video. I just drilled this bracket. But what I did for the top is I took this old bracket from both sides and I brought it up here because this light fixture was gonna hit here where the old one did because it's a deeper, it's just longer, deeper, however you want to say it. Plus, this isn't as wide as the old one right here, you can see. So I bolted the new bracket to the old one backwards, and the squeeze, I stuck 3 nuts in there and it just worked perfectly, and it's all good. Because I really didn't feel like welding up a bracket, so quick engineering. But that's all good. Christoph was recording on this. I don't know what he was doing on that. But it's coming along. We have to do, well, I think Christoph just started on it a little bit ago, but yeah, I gotta finish this. Gotta put this on so we can get rid of this bolt from dangling. And then there's the fuse holder that you've seen us replace on the 84. There's 2 on them. There's one that goes to the cab, to the back, and then there's one that goes to the starter. This one right here is all corroded, so we're gonna replace that one. I don't know if it goes to the starter or up. I haven't chased it, but we have it here, so we'll put that on.
Okay, I got it finished. I put the new one on. Put the rubber boot on the back like it's supposed to. And then I changed the, what is it called?
What are you talking about?
That thing.
Well, Megan call it the pogo stick.
The pogo stick. I don't know if that's what it's called, but
That's probably not what it's called.
I don't know what it's called, but I did change it. The old one was there. Spring was pretty shitty. This was the bottom half. I mean, there wasn't much left. That thing was gonna break soon. So the new one is on, and I do still gotta fuck around with this a little bit tomorrow, and then she should be all set to go.
Well, it is the next day. We are working more on this. This tractor's almost done. Christoph put the sensor on for that. That's in that little box right there. For the arms, we just have to calibrate it when it's outside at some point. And I did run the new cable with the fuse from the battery box. This light's up to the cab power, but we also have to get the other one because it wasn't the one we thought it was that he ordered, but it's not the end of the world because
even that one was not good.
There's always two on both of them, and once the corrosion starts, they normally both go. So we'll change that other fuse out. The one we did was a 150 amp one. The other one's like a 225, I think. I'm not sure anymore. Now, I think it was like 3 videos ago when I showed the lights how these ripped out. We got the new light. Kind of just
Sits in there.
Sits in here. The world's weirdest plug-in, honestly, I think. I've never seen a light plug-in like that. The way it works, it's kind of like 2 little prongs.
Are you ready for it? Okay.
We have this little JB Weld thing. We're going to, well, he cleaned the threads, and then we stuck the screws in just flat. We're gonna shove them into the hole, and then once it starts to get a little dry, we'll unscrew them before the screws get welded into there too. Because when I tried taking them off last year, and it wasn't working, and then this year I finally just forced it off to figure out what was going on, and that was what's happening. They were spinning in the fiberglass hood. But maybe don't paint the hood with that stuff. It probably won't take too much.
That looks not too bad.
Um,
Big fingers suck.
This is when having little dinky fingers would be.
Nice.
Well, one's in. That should weld up, or harden up, however you want to call it. It's just JB Weld.
Give it 20 minutes, half an hour before we take the old one out. We'll take it out.
I don't know how other people do it that have John Deere's, because I'm guarantee you this probably happens to them, but this is how we're fixing it. The concentration.
Hey. Okay. Oh, look at that. I put a little black in. Son of a bitch.
Uh-oh. He's painting the hood. It actually should get a paint job. I think when we bought it, they must have done a quick paint job, but no clear coat.
Right?
They definitely painted it.
It was nice looking.
When we bought it, it's already been like 6 years.
No, I think it's more.
Is it more? The year after the little 84.
Yeah, so 7 years.
Maybe 7.
This window's been cracked since we bought it. It got bigger. It used to be only over here. Now it managed its way over here. So
that will get replaced the day it has to get replaced.
this looks like it's not glued in there. It looks like the 84s.
No,
86s.
they're just bolted on.
Just 2 bolts. Socket in the bottom.
But yes, I gotta turn this off. It's recording for almost 4 minutes.
Shut it off.
Well, right now we'll kind of hop around because with the parts we have, that's what we work on. This needs a new front latch, and it needs all 4 shocks. So there's 2 on the front here that pick the front up, and then there's 2 in the back.
You might have to help me on that side too.
Okay, he needs assistance. He's weak. Back shock.
Yep.
So we got both back shocks and both front shocks changed. I just pulled off the front latch. This did not work anymore. It is seized, so we had it shut with a bungee cord. But because we put the new shocks on, it needs to latch again because the bungee cord won't hold it.
Now you're good.
We need a zip tie and a cutter to cut. One big one will do it. The back shock right there by the cab had the wiring harness zip tied to it.
Oh, is that what it's for?
Yep. But we need to get new bolts tomorrow because this one's not even that bad. The other one was a complete 90, and the longest metric we had.
Did you put a new latch on this thing?
That's what I'm working on.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. Look at that.
Look at that.
That's good. This fucker don't close.
So we're getting stuff done slowly.
Okay.
We've been in the woods all day. Now we're in the shop for a couple hours. What we've already done is Christoph just changed the pulley on this. I did forget the camera in the house, so I had to go get it. But what we did before I had the camera is, you see this is done. I already said we changed that sensor, but then we wanted to do the filters while this was off. So there's two right in front of this axle right here. The main transmission, and then there's like a secondary transmission. Then under this cover, there's two hydraulic ones, a big one, and like, I think the little one that's for like a vent. Philip is working on the engine oil. He's already got it drained. How do you like that little pump thing, Philip?
It was nice. Wow. Well, I've been pails, I tell you.
He's changing the oil filters. And we're also going to drain the transmission because we want to get it. It didn't look good at all when we changed the filter. I think this is it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not it. I'm not sure. The oil did not look good, and we did have that bearing blow up last winter. So maybe there was still some stuff in it again. So we're going to drain it and change it out. Even though it's really expensive oil, we don't want nothing to happen again. Marcus is figuring out his little pumper. Maybe I should have dug this out a while ago, right? Oh,
Which one?
we did finish the hood up this morning. Well, the latch, that's all working. Put this fender on. The other fender, that fell off years ago, and an object crushed it, is a good way to say that. That fender is no longer with us. But the lights are done, and I did order the 4 top ones this morning. Those were $50 each from Larson Lights. Wait, I can have the email right here. Larson Lights, and I got it because one of the people that watched the videos, I can tell you who. Actually, no, nothing's loading in here. It was like Caleb. I don't know his last name. I know his first name is Caleb. I cannot pronounce the last name, Christoph, because I don't have it in front of me. But Caleb something. He gave me the cab kit for this too. So that's always nice. But we're gonna work on the next thing now since we don't have enough oil for that rear end. But we're at least gonna get it drained and put in what we have and then get more tomorrow. Well, my mom just got back. She got this part because this is broken. So that'll get fixed on this truck. This is the last major thing. The starter's back. They put a new solenoid on it. And I gave this right here, the old spray can special. It's good enough. At least it won't be fully rusty. We did just paint the whole frame up 2 years ago. When we did the engine, we painted it a little bit. Not crazy, we didn't go crazy on it, but it did get fixed up a little bit. But we're gonna slap this on now. Well, I was cleaning this up, and then I realized I'm gonna wait to put the starter on because this tube right here is on order along with this one, and this will be just a hell of a lot easier to do while the starter's not on it. Our hardening did work. The light bracket's nice and tight. We did get the fuse for in the cab, so this should work again. I do have the radio out, because I was looking for like where the water would come in. I didn't see anything. I just got to put it back in. But I do got to do that top bolt. I got to clean it and put that on. So I'll do that. But Christoph's probably going to put his bracket on.
Yes, I am.
I did spray can special that. You weren't here for that.
Spray can, what?
That,
Is that what it smells? I thought I smelled paint.
yeah, I couldn't stand it looking ugly.
Alright.
Look at that. Garrett's baby shaved clean.
Mm-hmm.
Alex said you looked younger today.
Yeah, she said it looked like shit. She did too.
But yes. On the 200 here, Christoph took out the computer. On this thing, he took out this computer. When we had Champlain Valley here, the mechanic was here looking at. He was looking at this because the PTO wasn't working. We ended up changing the wrong solenoid for the PTO. That's why we could never figure it out. There was a mix-up between parts and service and everything, and we were given the wrong solenoid, and it wasn't the end of the world. But in the end, that came, and then we asked him about that screen, and then we asked him why we can't adjust hydraulics, and he said that screen is supposed to be how you stop it from kicking out when you're like dumping the dump wagon. It kicks out after a couple seconds, so I should fix it. There's a reason that's getting fixed, because we're sick of it. Right?
Yeah.
And Christoph here is motivated.
It was barbecued chicken.
Don't worry, he's not torching, so he's just heating. Oh. I'll hold this for you. It worked. We gotta find our D-wall half-inch. We cannot find that.
Oh, I know it is.
You know where it is now? Oh.
Yeah, I saw it in yesterday or today.
Okay.
Yesterday.
Those are the flashers and the blinkers. He asked what the orange lights were on a tractor or anything. So Christoph, I didn't record it because I was on the phone with JC. He called me. What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Buddy.
I could say it. You really want me to, but then you have to delete it.
Okay. Just imagine what he said. Anyways, he really likes to lube up his.
It just always goes easier. You don't bitch.
That both really not complaining, is it?
No, it's not. It's taking it like it's food. Oh, my son is like that.
No, Jesus.
Cut that one.
No, he's just talking about the bolt.
Oh, man.
Oh, she's hot.
You just got done with the torches on it. Anyways, you can see how this is going. I'm not touching the nut. If you're saying that's still hot,
I know, right?
proceeds to use his fingers. You wonder why his fingers are messed up. But
I should put lubrication on this too.
it's called
I
anti-seize.
never see it.
Lubrication. Oh, when was it? Marcus, how old were you when you did it? Christoph remembers how old.
What?
When he decided to disappear on us for a little while in the shop. He must have been like 5.
Like 4 years ago.
We were in the shop working on something. And Marcus was up here running around, like always, but he disappeared. And we didn't realize it because he was really quiet. And then Christoph went searching for him. You want to tell him what he did?
Hey, but Tom,
Yes, what he did with that.
I don't know if it was more on him or on a tractor, but
He decided that was a paintbrush.
yes, he
And
did.
anyone that's touched anti-seize knows that.
It doesn't stop moving.
No, so he looked like the Tin Man.
Mommy was pissed.
That's the nicest way to put that. I don't know who got more yelling, Christoph or her just cursing up a storm that he looked like that. They came in a little close. Hey, don't hit the door. And I stuck this wrench here just.
I did.
Oh, Gerhard did?
I was just playing around. I put the wrench
I know I
there.
had. And then
Fucking smoked
Yeah, I
it.
know if I didn't have
this
it,
wrench stopped the bucket from smashing our extension cord, but it did take out our light.
I guess we got.
I always-
Who did that? You guys.
Look at this man.
Huh?
You look like you're bundling up like an Eskimo. Don't cancel me for saying that. You know. No, I'm talking about the people watching. All right, but we are done for today. Mostly the end of this video is just us talking, but
We did work.
we did work. But you know, it is what it is. I gotta turn a light off. But thanks for watching, and until the next one.